Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for our overview of PES Plus, our program evaluation system. My name is Melissa Renzi and I'm the creative director on the team here at Gray, and I'm here with my colleague Elizabeth Atkins.
Hi Melissa, I'm happy to be joining you today.
First, let me give you a quick look at our process. So if you're seeing this video, it's likely that your institution is working with Gray. This wheel really brings to life how we work, and it all starts here with the mission. Only you can know about your institution's mission. And of course, in blue here, your academic standards. And where we come in is markets, and that's what PES Plus takes a close look at. So we'll get to that soon. And the final piece of our process is money, the margins. And we have a program economics platform that we're going to take you through in the next video. And what really brings this entire process to life is the people. Where the true decisions happen is among your institution's team and your academic leadership, and that's where the decisions are made using all of the data. So without further ado, let me introduce you to PES Plus. PES Plus takes a close look at student demand, employment, degree fit, and competitive intensity. And now I'm going to turn it over to Elizabeth, who's going to take you inside the system to show you how it all works on the inside.
Data for a single program are difficult to interpret. On its own, each data metric seems like just a number. For example, 3,580 new job postings may sound like a lot, but is it? How can you tell? On Gray's program scorecard, to aid interpretation of the data, we break down the data into percentiles and color code them. This makes it easy to see that 3,580 new job postings is quite a lot, but not the most. For new job postings, the program is in the 70th percentile. Now that may sound good, but the 70th percentile compared to what? Percentile values are derived from each metric for all of the 1,400 IPEDS program definitions that Gray tracks in the program evaluation system. This allows you to interpret at a glance the relative value of a metric compared to all other possible programs. At Gray, we like to say green is good. When you see green, that means a program is in at least the 90th percentile, or in the top 10% of all programs. Now, let's take a look at Gray's program scorecard. This is where you will find, on one screen, over 50 metrics from over a dozen sources populated for a single 6-digit CIP code. And CIP code stands for Classification of Instructional Programs, for anyone unfamiliar with the IPEDS lingo. We are going to walk through a scorecard of bachelor's degree level data for web and multimedia design in the context of the national market.
Thanks, Elizabeth. So now that you know what the scorecard looks like, we're going to go inside the student demand category. The two main questions that we're answering here is what programs are students searching for and how large are current programs? So the way we do that is PES incorporates data from 3 unique sources to track student interest by program. All right, Elizabeth, can you show us how that works inside of PES Plus?
Okay, let's dive into the student demand section. Using 4 independent sources, Google search volume, Gray's proprietary database of over 80 million inquiries, international student searches, and IPEDS, the integrated post-secondary education database, you can see both what programs students are currently looking for, as well as what programs students have committed to and completed. For web and multimedia design, inquiries indicate robust student demand. The value of 192,746 is in the 99th percentile. On the other hand, Google search volume is very low, in the 17th percentile. Lastly, many students have finished this program, with completions volume in the 90th percentile. In terms of growth, the year-over-year unit rise in inquiries is in the top 1% of all programs, or the 99th percentile, while both Google searches and completions are down. This makes me curious. With such strong inquiry volume, are there for-profits offering this program? Commonly, for-profit institutions use inquiries to generate student leads. Let's look at the competitors. And there it is. For-profit institutions dominate the market in both total completions and completions in online programs. We can also see the trend in completions, which has been relatively flat over the past 5 years.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Okay, so now that you've seen student demand, next up, jobs. And here inside of PES Plus, we're looking at really closely at employment. So the three main questions that we're answering here are: how many people are employed in each field? Are employers hiring? And what's the earning potential? So this is looking at the path after graduation, knowing what kind of rewarding careers students can actually go into. And that's valuable information for a school. All right, Elizabeth, can you please show us how that works inside of PES Plus?
Okay, Melissa, let's dive in and see what employment opportunities there are for web and multimedia design students. Employment data sources include BLS data, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, with enhancements done by Gray, the National American Community Survey, which is a survey of bachelor's degree holders and their career pathways, and gainful employment disclosures. The employment section allows us to see the strength of the job market for graduates. We can see employment totals, trends, wages, and career paths of bachelor's degree holders. Employment opportunities are moderately strong for this program. There are many job postings and moderate employment opportunities for graduates, both in direct preparation as well as generalist employment. Only 37% of bachelor's degree holders go on to work in a field directly related to web and multimedia design, so it's important that there are opportunities for these students, as indicated by the share of generalist employment. BLS historic compound annual growth rates, or CAGR, are moderate. Unemployment rates are low for bachelor's degree holders. Both saturation metrics, job postings per graduate especially, indicate ample opportunities for graduates. For those employed in a related occupation, the BLS 10th percentile wages, a proxy for entry-level wages, are at about the median. Wages, specifically for bachelor's degree holders in web and multimedia design, report higher wages. The majority of bachelor's degree holders do not go on to obtain a higher degree, with 24% obtaining a master's and 2% a doctorate.
Our third category is competitive intensity. So this is where we find out how many schools have a program in your market, is the market saturated, and how expensive is it to market the program. This kind of information lets schools analyze market potential so they can use resources wisely. Elizabeth, can you take us inside of PES Plus to competitive intensity?
Let's see how competitive the market is for web and multimedia design. You can see how many campuses offer a program, whether institutions are launching new programs or no longer offering them, the program size, and a few marketing cost metrics. While the volume of competition is moderate, both average and median program size, in terms of completions per institution, are right around the median or the 50th percentile. With a net change of 20 institutions no longer producing graduates, it is concerning that program size still declined year over year. Online competition is also moderate, with 24% of programs offered online and 15% of all completions occurring in online programs. The good news for this program is that market saturation, in terms of completions per 1,000 population, is low. It is also inexpensive to market, as seen in the low cost per inquiry and Google cost per click. However, the Google Competitive Index, a scale of 0 to 1 with 1 indicating the most competitive, is high, meaning there are many people interested in buying keywords related to this program.
All right, so the last category that you have to have in order to understand the market for your program is degree fit, and PES Plus can help with that. So for each program, what degree level makes sense? For example, you wouldn't want to offer a certificate in neurosurgery or a PhD in carpentry. So with PES Plus, you can identify the right level for each program. Elizabeth, will you show us what degree fit looks like inside PES Plus?
For this program, It is well suited to a bachelor's degree, as 99% of inquiries are for bachelor's programs, 28% of completions are at the bachelor's level, 50% of job postings request a bachelor's degree, and 49% of the workforce in related occupations report holding a bachelor's degree. NHEBI, the National Higher Education Benchmarking Institute, relevant for two-year colleges only, indicate the program is inexpensive to run and that programs have a low student-to-faculty ratio.
The scorecard, what's so key about it is it brings all program data onto one page, making program evaluation both data-informed and efficient. And then it's super helpful that the scorecards can be exported for quick reporting or sharing. Here's another look at the PES Plus scorecard so you can see how it all comes together. So now that you've seen PES Plus in action, I just want to close with our process wheel one more time. So PES Plus took a really close look at the markets for programs, helping you understand the markets for your programs you're offering or that you're considering offering. Our next video will take a look at the money and the margins through our program economics platform. But really what's so key about our collaborative process is it all comes together with the people. So we inform, we facilitate, and ultimately you and your academic leadership team will come together and make the program decisions that are best for your institution. We really hope this was a helpful video, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can email us at help@grayassociates.com. Thank you so much for joining us.